In this video, I'm going to show you that how we can actually hack a website with the help of Backtrack. Well, hacking website is fairly easy if that is vulnerable. I'm just going to actually click on the applications area and then get into the Backtrack section and then select the exploitation tools, and then after that I'm just going to select the web exploitation tools, and inside web exploitation tools I'm going to select this SQL map. So when you select the SQL map, then this option will appear. I'm just going to get rid of it, and as you can see that now we are in the SQL map. I'm just going to clear a few of the things in here. So now we are inside the pen test database SQL map option. Now it's time to hack a website, but before that we have to find out that how we can insert the website for that and what kind of script we need. Well, to hack a website with the help of SQL map, we're going to use the Python script. The Python script is actually made to hack the website's database with the help of SQL map. So I'm just going to use Python, and then after that I'm going to use SQL map.py. That is actually the script which is written in Python to hack any kind of website if that is vulnerable to SQL injection. What is SQL injection? Well, SQL injection is a flaw in the website's database. Whenever that flaw is found in that database, then it could be easily actually exploitable, or you can easily provoke that vulnerability. So whenever there is an SQL injection in a website's database, most of the hackers use SQL injection technique to hack that website's database. So for that purpose you need to filter the contents in that database in order to stop SQL injection. So I'm going to use Python SQL map.py, and then after that I'm going to use -u for indicating the URL, and then I'm just going to type the URL of that specified address, that whether that address is actually hackable or not. So I can use different commands in that case. I'm just going to use let me just think of it. Okay, I'm just going to use Python once again, and then I'm going to use SQL map.py -u, and then after that I'm just going to give any of the websites that is vulnerable or not vulnerable. We will find it out with the help of SQL map. So now I'm just going to paste the website, but make sure that you just paste the link of that website and as well as a specific ID, that is ID2 and C equal to 1. This is very important. So I'm just going to use DDSDBS. -dbs means that find out the database of this specific URL which we are actually using out there. So now I'm just going to actually enter, and it will begin to scan the whole database of this website. And if this website database is vulnerable, it will automatically be scanned and the database will be showed to us. If the website database is not vulnerable, then nothing will happen and it will give us the message that we were unable to exploit the database. So I'm just going to press enter, and DDBS command not found, but it is a kind of error. It doesn't matter, still testing connection to the target URL has been started, and now it will be checking that whether the URL is stable or not. That's a good news, URL is stable. Now testing for the SQL injection, the C appears not to be dynamic. It's a good news also. Now it will test each and every option like where and having clause, and then other clauses, and it will apply the TSQL language and other clauses on this URL database, and after that it will give us the result that whether that website database is hackable or not, and it will give a lot of information for that. As you can see that it is now actually working on different versions like MySQL and as well as PostgreSQL. It is checking the combination of every RDBMS, that is whether a Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, Postgre, MySQL. So it will then find out that which DBMS, database management system, this database is using, and after that it found out the DBMS, it will begin to perform the hacking stuff on that. So from the top, as you can see, that first it tried MySQL, then PostgreSQL, then Microsoft SQL Server, then Oracle, and then MySQL 5.011, the greater version, then MySQL 5.0. And it is now working on the greater version, and still it will come back to Microsoft SQL for its greater version out there. And now it's a very good news. It is showing that target URL appears to be union injectable with 7 columns. So that's a very good news, because injection not exploitable with null values. Do you want to try with a random integer value for option union character? Yes, I'm just gonna go on with yes. And now it is showing us that this one has been stopped, command not found. So I'm just going to actually perform the same kind of command once again, but as you can see that the target URL appears to be union injectable with 7 columns. It's a very good news for us. So I have actually typed in the wrong command, that is Y command not found. I should have typed it with capital Y. So I'm just going to actually repeat the command and press enter once again, and it will complete its step completely from the start, and then I will type the Y as a capital for that. So in this way you could actually use different kind of performing and hacking techniques. I'm just going to get rid of it, and I'm just going to once again get back to Backtrack, exploitation tools, web exploitation tools. Not only SQL map, you can use SQL Ninja to actually perform such kind of exploitations. If you just click on the SQL Ninja, and you will be actually familiar with such options, and it is actually also giving you the mode, the test, and the different options, like how you can perform the brute force on an account, and the escalation techniques will also be revealed in the SQL, and P is used for password. So you can use different modes. Required available modes are for that purpose with SQL Ninja. SQL Ninja and SQL Map both perform the same kind of stuff. There is a little bit difference between these two, but most of the time SQL Ninja and SQL Map are used for the same purpose. If SQL Map is not successful in your hacking, then you should use or refer to SQL Ninja. I'm just going to get back into application Backtrack, and if you just check out that there are many other options available, like reverse engineering, like RFID tools, stress testing, forensics, reporting tools, and a big database of many exploitations. Like if you just get into exploitation tools, you can just click on the network exploitation tool, Cisco attacks, Fast-Track, and many more. You can even just check out the wireless exploitation tools like Bluetooth exploitation, GSM exploitation, WLAN exploitation, many other exploitations in here, as you can see that. And some of the exploitation you might be familiar with, like airborne, NG, air dump, NG, we have used them in the starting videos. You can also use physical exploitation like Arduino. Arduino is a kind of physical device upon which you can perform the programming. Social engineering tools like honeypots and social engineering toolkit like set. We have also used the social engineering toolkit in the previous videos, as you can see that. So you can directly access it from this Backtrack section. If you want to actually assess the vulnerability of that specified stuff, you can get into web application assessment, and then you can just check out the web vulnerability scanner, and then after that you can just select out the burp suite. The burp suite will be actually giving you the opportunity to scan that specified website for the vulnerability. So we're going to be using the burp suite to check out that whether specified website is vulnerable or not. So I'm just gonna check on OK. I'm gonna select the accept button in here, and we'll wait. I'm just gonna remove this one, close terminal, yes. And as you can see that now we have the burp suite open in there. So it contains a lot of information, and it is the version 1.4.01. It contains a lot of information and a lot of things you can use in order to actually work out with that. One thing you need to remember is that whenever you are trying to buy burp suite for Windows edition or other editions, that is a very costly one. So Backtrack gives you the capability to use this burp suite in this Backtrack session. You can use different options in this Backtrack, like intruder. You can just click on the starter tag, and this preset payload list is empty. You can just go back and check out the different payloads and different set of attacks and different kind of stuff. So I will really recommend you to check out some YouTube videos or online articles on burp suite and how you can use the burp suite, because I cannot teach you the step-by-step usage of burp suite, because that is out of the scope of this course. You can similarly check out many different options. I'm just gonna check this out, get into the Backtrack, and you can just use the different database exploitation tools, and as well as the vulnerability assessments and different stuff. Like, I'm just gonna get into the web. You can use the web open source scanners. Not only burp suite but other scanners are also used to give you the capability of vulnerability stuff like SQL map, as I have already discussed with you, that we can also use SQL map to inject and as well as to scan that specified website, whether that is actually vulnerable to SQL injection or not. You can also use database assessment stuff like SQL Brute and SQL Dictionary and different stuffs in that case, in order to check out that specified device. So I would really recommend you to check out all of these options step one by one by yourself, so that you will be able to actually work out in a different manner. You can also perform the password attacks or with the help of this option. That could be easily with offline attack like cup or crunch you can use, and you can use Johnny. These are the password dumpers or crackers or hash crackers. You can use them to hash the password crack, or you can use online attacks like Encrack and Hydra. These are very important tools, so you can use them one by one in any kind of circumstances.